He was one of the biggest stars of the 1970s, a Hollywood tough guy who brought charisma, danger, and charm to every role. From The Godfather to Misery, James Caan proved he had the talent to stand alongside the greatest actors of his generation. But at the height of his fame, Caan vanished. For years, Hollywood turned its back on him. What happened to James Caan? Why was he banned from Hollywood? And how did he fight his way back? James Caan's rise to fame was the stuff of legends. Born in 1940 in the Bronx to German Jewish immigrants, he was a streetwise kid who carried toughness into his acting. After training at New York's neighborhood playhouse, he began landing roles on stage and television. His big break came in 1972 when he played Sonny Corleone in The Godfather. Caan's fiery performance as the hot-headed Corleone brother earned him an Academy Award nomination and cemented his reputation as one of Hollywood's brightest talents. For much of the 1970s, Caan seemed unstoppable. He starred in hits like Brian's Song, Rollerball, and Funny Lady, commanding both the screen and Hollywood's attention. But as quickly as he rose, his career began to crumble. The same intensity that made him magnetic on screen also haunted him off-screen. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, Caan was struggling, not just with his career, but with his personal demons. Behind the scenes, Caan fell into a spiral of substance abuse, depression, and reckless behavior. After the death of his sister from leukemia in 1981, his grief pushed him further into self-destruction. He disappeared from acting for years, making only a handful of appearances while battling his inner turmoil. Hollywood, once eager to cast him in blockbuster films, began to view him as unreliable, volatile, and too much of a risk. Producers stopped calling. Directors passed him over. In short, James Caan had been unofficially blacklisted. During this period, Caan's reputation was more about scandal than stardom. He was linked to wild parties, troubled relationships, and run-ins with the law. The man who once embodied Hollywood's leading man had become a cautionary tale. His absence from the screen was so striking that many fans wondered if he would ever return. For almost a decade, the actor who had once defined 1970s cinema was nowhere to be found. But James Caan was not finished. In the late 1980s, he began to rebuild. With the help of friends in the industry, he slowly returned to acting, proving he still had the fire that had made him a star. His comeback came in 1990 with Misery, the Stephen King adaptation in which he played an injured author held captive by a deranged fan. The film was a hit, and critics praised Caan's restrained, vulnerable performance. It was a reminder that, despite years of chaos, his talent had never left him. From there, Caan rebuilt his career piece by piece. He appeared in films like Honeymoon in Vegas, The Program, and later, Elf, where a new generation of fans discovered him as Buddy the Elf's grumpy father. Though he never again reached the towering heights of his 1970s stardom, he regained respect as a resilient actor who had weathered Hollywood's storms and lived to tell the tale. James Caan's story is both tragic and inspiring. At his peak, he had it all: fame, fortune, and the love of audiences worldwide. But his personal struggles and self-destructive choices nearly ended it all. For years, Hollywood kept him at arm's length, unwilling to risk working with a man who seemed out of control. And yet, he clawed his way back, proving that even in the most unforgiving industry, redemption is possible. Caan passed away in July 2022 at the age of 82, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's most unforgettable actors. His story is a cautionary tale about the cost of fame and the dangers of excess, but also a testament to resilience. James Caan was banned from Hollywood, but he refused to be erased. In the end, he will always be remembered, not for his downfall, but for the raw, explosive talent that made him a legend.